Ladies and gentlemen, have you ever looked back at something you did and thought to yourself, wow, that was trash? Well, that's what I did when I tried to edit this video a week ago. That is the original version that I shot, and that's why I'm redoing it right now. So we're here to talk about hamstrings, or the hammies, as they're sometimes affectionately called. Those big chunky muscles on the backs of your legs. More specifically, we're going to be talking about how to make those big chunky muscles more flexible so that when you're doing things in life, such as picking up a heavy object from the floor or the trunk of your car or whatever, you don't, say, pull a hamstring. This is another common injury, not as common as probably the lower back or the shoulders, but it's common enough that I think it should be addressed earlier on. So as I said about the shoulders, and as I'm going to advocate throughout this series, the best way to improve the flexibility of a muscle group, especially for practical, functional purposes, so we're not just talking about like, how far can I reach towards the floor? Okay, we're talking about like, how far can I reach towards the floor to actually pick up something? How far can I actually move my body? How functional and mobile can I be? The best way to do that is to perform resistance training, and when you're doing the exercises, to do them to their fullest range of motion, because that's what you're going to be doing presumably if you have to exert yourself to actually do a lift of some sort in real life. So what exercise do we perform to strengthen and promote stability and flexibility in the hamstrings? It's the deadlift, of course. And because we're doing it in our living room, right, we don't have a big long barbell to do it, we have dumbbells. So I've got these two dumbbells next to me, and I'm going to demonstrate this exercise again, just as I did with my fundamental movements video. But I'm really going to accentuate that stretch. So let's pick up our dumbbells. Make sure we're sticking out our butt, right? Because we don't want to hurt our lower back. We want that back to stay nice and rigid. And then, here, I'll turn to the side so you can see it first this way. We're going to keep our feet about shoulder width apart, toes forward. We're going to stick out our butt. Make sure that we don't curve our lower back. I'm afraid to do it even for demonstrational purposes because it's that dangerous. So we're going to stick out our butt a little bit. Bend your knees just a little bit. Keep that lower back rigid. And then as you're going down, I want you to put your butt as far back as possible, like this. And then reach towards the floor with the dumbbells. Just let that weight kind of pull you downward. Keep that lower back rigid. And one of the ways you can keep that lower back rigid is to, don't look down towards the floor. Try looking straight forward or even up a little bit as you're going down. So as you're going down like this, keep looking up. And it's going to make it even more awkward to lower your back if you're trying to look upward. So, like this, get a nice, good stretch in those hamstrings. I can feel it pulling right now. And then come back up again. And you just repeat that motion like so. So, I'll do it from the front real quick, about shoulder width apart. You can have them a little more, a little less. Find whatever is most comfortable for you, especially when you're lowering these dumbbells. You don't want them clanging and clanging with each other or getting in the way. So, about here is good for me. I'm going to go down, toes forward. Really get a good stretch in your hamstrings, and when you're close to the bottom, you can even try to straighten your legs a little bit so that you get an even better stretch. Go down nice and low, and then come up and repeat the motion. There's not a lot to this. It's a technical exercise, but it's extremely effective, and you get to knock out two birds with one stone. You get to strengthen your muscles. You get to tone up. When people say toning your muscles, they usually have some misconception about how this works. Toning a muscle is making your muscles bigger. That's what toning a muscle is. They just don't realize it when they're saying that. But I digress. With this exercise, you can strengthen your hamstrings, make them look better, make them stronger, and improve your flexibility at the same time. That way, when you have to, say, pick up something from the floor, it could be a heavy box, it could be a small child, it could be anything, or take something, like I said, out of the trunk of your car. Any scenario where you have to kind of exert your body to pick up something from the floor, you want to make sure that you have strong, flexible hamstrings when you're doing it, so that you don't have to make a trip to the doctor afterward. Speaking of picking up small children, all right. Did you just toot on me? All right, we will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.